35 years.
Hi, everybody out there in the world. It's Plastic EP coming in from Melbourne, Australia. Let me tell you, I've got a very special guest, right? Tara Buckman. How are you today, Tara?
Thank you. I am excited to speak to this very energetic plastic man.
Yeah, Plastic EP. Let me tell you now, Tara, I want to tell you, and I want to kick this off now. People in Australia love you, right? They love you for the Cannonball Run. They love you for all the TV shows that you did because they were big hits in Australia. You've got to understand that. Kojak, Chips, Beretta, the Hardy Boys, Heart to Heart, Highway to Heaven, and Buck Rogers. You don't know how big that is with the Australian culture down here. And I just want you to know on a personal note that people in Australia do love you.
Thank you. I wanted to live there to get out of America, but it gets expensive, with what's going on the last decade. Half of us wanted to move, and I was searching. If anybody has a place, I'll come over.
You never know. That might happen. Now, listen, we're going to talk about a fantastic convention that's happening, right? The Salem Paracon on November the 11th and the 12th at the Salem State University, and you'll be there to meet fans and sign things and take photos. How great's that going to be?
Well, it's interesting. We did say Salem, Massachusetts, right? Because some people are thinking Salem, Oregon, or wherever. Well, first of all, I absolutely adore Charles Rosenay, who is the promoter and the head of it. And I met him at the Nostalgia, Mid-Atlantic Nostalgia Festival, first time autographing. He's straightforward, tells it like it is. I love this man and hope we're together. So it's because he said it was paranormal and psychics. I went, I've been wanting a reading for so long. So I'm not of that genre, that vein. So I'm being brought in as, I guess, the horror person from Silent Night, Deadly Night. It's not going to be. It's going to be great, but I hope that the other people there, the mentalists, will just read my vibes. So I'll probably get more from them than they do me, So I'm ready.
Hey, I'm reading your vibes from Australia already, but let me tell you, this event, right? The Salem Paracon will be hosted by the paranormal showman, Charles Rosenay himself. So that's going to be great, isn't it?
I love him.
And also, they're going to have so many fantastic guests there. I'll just say a few, right? They're going to have the amazing Kreskin. They're going to have Adam Begin, James Anito, Jenna Beth Rush, Abigail Waldron, Carney Koenig, right? Michael Rose, Renee Hyber, and Nathaniel Elwell. Like the names go on, right? And being in Australia, I love pronouncing everyone's names.
Well, see, I don't know them. They don't know me. But, like at the Nostalgia Festival, and I'm not comparing, it's just that I went to that, is you have names of stars there, but I don't know who you are, because we're older and we didn't work together, but there were several I realized, we did the same shows. I mean, Chips and Larry Wilcox, I did an episode on that. And Larry was there and we came over. Oh, I remember you. You were a great kisser because I had to kiss him in the same. So, we don't know each other, but I always feel these type of things are like you're on a set. They got cast and crew. I don't know what this one's going to be like. I don't know.
Yeah, but the great thing is you're going to meet people and you're interacting with fans. I think that's the main thing because you got to understand, everybody does something that they do and you're going to be remembered for what you did because it blows my mind. And I want people to go to the website, www.salemparacon.org. Go to that site and check out everything that's happening there because it's on the website. And I just want to say, your amazing career, because to me it's amazing. Can we talk about working on Cannonball Run for all the fans out there? And I've got to say, there's a cafe, they're all my school friends, right, called Tonto in Camberwell here in Melbourne. And they're big fans of yours. And I just want to give a shout out to everyone there because they love you.
Hi to Campe Coffee.
Just Tonto. It's called Tonto Cafe in Canterbury.
I'm going to look that up. Okay.
Fantastic. All right. Tell me what it was like working on the Cannonball Run.
Well, I was the person that least known. Okay. 17 motorhomes lined up. Can I just go through the list to impress everyone and then little on me? So let's think about it. Roger Moore, Dean Martin, Sammy Davis Jr., Farrah Fawcett, Dom DeLuise, Bert Convey, Jack Elam, Adrian Barbeau, and me, Terry Bradshaw, Mel Tillis, and I know there's somebody really important. Peter Fonda did a bit. So it was nothing but laughs. You know, we were all stuck together. It wasn't like we were either we did a lot in Atlanta, and then we did a lot in the desert in Vegas and outside Lancaster for all the, can I tell you one of the neatest things that I remember?
Please.
Let me preface this because I haven't been hiding, but I haven't done anything since 1995. Had my daughter, and I've, through the way people have caught me and said, convention, I go, no, me? Really? Nobody knows me. No, seriously. I mean, self-esteem, and are you kidding me? A fan? Really? Get a life. But when I did that event, and I'm going to get back to that Cannonball thing, my heart just warms up because it meant something to these people.
Yeah.
The pictures are on the tape. I'm going to get back to the Cannonball Run because there's a point here, is that, are we okay with this?
Yeah, go for it.
So somebody might have seen the one episode of Chips that I did, one episode of Buck Rogers.
Yeah.
It touched them, or it felt, they came in with, like the opening shot is me in this Lamborghini streaming down. I think that opening scene is one of the best opening scenes in movies because of the cop car chase and everything. So I get out of the car, screech up, stuntman driver. I was going fast. Adrian Barbeau sadly never got to drive in the car fast. I did, and hopped out, did that little sign, and got back in the car. And somebody from this last autograph signing brought in a real 55-mile-per-hour speed limit sign, had it crossed off in paint. He had my little curly Q on the end, and he said, "Why did you do that?" I said, "I have no idea." There was a bullet hole in there. We took a picture, and he signed it. And I thought, now, how good does that get for me to give that guy something, you know? So they'd also gone around, like if they saw Adrian Barbeau or Jamie Farr, getting autographs for that. But it was a hoot on that show because there wasn't one, what's the word, piece of drama except behind the scenes, which I only found out recently. But it was just a hoot and a laugh. I mean, I think you could see that in the movie.
Yeah,
Roger Moore.
That's a movie of the times. That's what I'm trying to explain. You're embedded there in pop culture forever. And people are watching all the reruns now and buying the DVD and seeing you. And it's like renewing this interest in you. And this is my personal opinion. Would you say, out of everything you've done, the Cannonball Run, the movie actually resonates with everyone right across the world? Would you agree with that?
Yes. Yeah. And see, that was the era of the 80s, right?
Yeah,
that was right. Really stupid. Okay. And blonde. And I did the series Sheriff Lobo, and then everything I did was stupid. I went out there to be serious. But it's great pleasure to know that because things are syndicated and reruns, people know it. And it's really heartwarming for me that I can give back. It's just heartwarming. I feel good.
Yeah, but this is the legacy of your work. You don't know how important your legacy of your work is. You don't realize it at the time when you're doing the shows. But now you look back at the list of credits that you've got doing everything, movies and TV, and you're embedded, as I said, in pop culture. Because your legacy lives out there every day with people, and they're discovering you and they love you.
Yeah, I have a very long list. And I was actually under contract to Universal in the old days. Well, remember the old days? No, you don't. I don't either, because I wasn't around. But the Betty Davis and all, Clark Gable and all that. They were under contract to studios, and then they would be loaned out if they did another one. So Universal was the very last studio, the only studio to have a contract system. And we had a 7-year contract. You got paid whether you worked or not. It was Jamie Lee Curtis with me, Kim Cattrall, Sharon Glass. I mean, there were a number. And so we did that long little list of all those little shows that I guess people watch. But then the Empire went down, because I think there was a strike, and it really wasn't fair to the rest of the other actors in the world. But that's a little tidbit of information. You tell me what you want to hear.
That's amazing. But I'm going to say, you got to understand how big Buck Rogers was here in Australia. I mean, Buck Rogers is like fantasy science fiction, and you're in there. I mean, that's amazing too.
Yeah, I think I actually enjoyed that one, because I don't think that was as stupid of lines as other things. Now, there's one thing to be funny, but stupid is that line doesn't make sense, But that was a story. Buck Rogers had a story. Chips had a story. Yeah.
I got to say, out of all the TV shows that you've done, which one do you think is your favorite appearance?
Well, people don't remember this one, but I did a Dick Clark Productions movie of the week, and it was a trilogy called The Man in the Santa Claus Suit with Fred Astaire. And that played, I think that was in 1981-ish too. I get those time periods wrong because I had a lot of work in there.
Yep.
And it was a trilogy, and Gary Berghoff and I played one part, Bert Convy and somebody else played another part, and Nanette Fabray, and can't remember, played another story. And Fred Astaire, I use my hands a lot.
No, that's
and
good.
Fred Astaire was in every single story dressed as Santa Claus. So whatever issues and problems were going on in our stories, he made miracles happen, and so that ran, I'm gonna say 7 to 10 years every Christmas. It doesn't anymore. It's just, it was very heartwarming. And then I don't really want to say this, but Chips, I got so tired of being the blonde, they wouldn't hire me as mothers. The way I looked at 38, excuse me.
Yeah, but I'm going to say something. You don't understand. When you're growing up, I'm just saying, the males out there in America, and they want to see someone of beauty, and you're on the shows. I mean, isn't that the time period that's enriched forever? Like, you live on forever as this beauty. What's wrong with that?
I just dropped my stylist. Hold on. I need my stylist. Well, you don't, I'm one that didn't know it at the time. It takes all kinds of actors, and that. I mean, they put themselves on social media. They do. They just want to be beautiful and the model. And I didn't go out there for that, And so if I just waited and not had my daughter and turned 40, the market started changing into ensembles, St. Elsewhere, 30 something. I remember that came out. Sorry, it got a little more serious, but yeah, I'm flattered, but I'm not a person. Oh, God, that stylist in my hands. I'm still insecure, I'm confident, but I'm not a person that, you get what I'm saying.
I get it.
Thank you. I will go to sleep tonight and go, oh, I am somebody, or somebody likes me. How about that one?
No, but they all love you. And that's why, as I said, they're all going to go to the Salem Paracon and meet you and get something signed and take photos. They're going to come. You're looking forward to that, aren't you?
I am. I really am. I'm probably going to get a different crowd, you know? Because like I said, I only did 1.5. And yeah, I want to see the crowd because I am fans of the fans. As a matter of fact, I'm going to take a book, start taking a book and have them sign my book, you know, because sometimes you just really fall in love with, because we get to talk and they
Yeah.
get to know me and I get to, and it's real talk. It's not all that flatter. You have a conversation. You know, I do.
Yeah, but you know, the great thing, they're going to tell you stories. They're going to pour out the love to you. You wait and see. And what you might expect may not be what it is. They're going to come there and tell you things that's going to blow your mind. That's the fans. That's what the great thing about fan interaction is. I reckon it's going to be amazing for you.
I had no idea. I don't remember. I went, oh, did I do that show? Somebody brought up a picture that he had cut out of me and George Hamilton. Well, George Hamilton happened to be at that last autograph signing. And I went, oh, did I work with him? Went up to George, you know, we did 2 shows together. And he goes, which one? I went, Death Car on a Freeway or something. But we didn't work, you know, we didn't have any scenes, but the fans tell me so much. A funny one here, there's all kinds of pictures laid out on the table of different things. You might have something like horror or The Suit, Cannonball Run, or Chips, or old Barney B. Jones. And somebody comes up and went, oh, I loved you in this picture and bought that. And he said, oh, I loved you in this, but then you died. You died. And then I saw you in this. Oh gosh, she's alive. So it just, they follow it. They'll want me to sign something and put your character's name down. I go, what was it? You know, or something. It just, I've learned so much about, I respect what I did now more. I'm gonna cry because, like I said, it meant something to them, and
Yeah.
so I feel more of value. I don't want to say, okay, I'm depressed, so yeah, I got my Adderall and bipolar and all that stuff, but it just is, again, it's just rewarding. I would do it for free, but I hope you buy a picture when you come.
Tara, you know, I love your sense of humor and I love you being so down to earth with everyone, even including the fans. Would you consider writing a digital book about your memoirs? Because I reckon that would be something that people would really like. You know, either get a publisher or do it digitally, or get someone to make the book. They've also got these new things now where as the books sell, they print the book, you know, so you don't have books in advance. But I'm saying your memoirs of your career, I reckon, would be fascinating reading.
Absolutely. And this is the first time I'll say it, like I've never spoken to anybody about this, but I can't while my family is alive, because I will tell you everything.
Okay.
I'm an open book. And you know, sometimes on Facebook I'll write, I did the Me Too thing, you know, and you know, family was horrifying. And I moved from LA. I'm in Virginia now. The family's here. I take care of mom, and I don't understand these people. You know, we're different. We're just different, you know, and we're one of the families that broke up during the Trump and COVID era. So I want to, with all my heart. I just can't tell you how much that means to actually say that. That's sent a turned a light bulb on. Sometimes I say, oh, that light bulb went off. But yes, and I have a book, and I think maybe, you know what, because it's my life. Listen to me, I'm trying to validate myself. It's my life, and it's not all funny, you know. And we actors, a lot of us come from a place of maybe not a lot of happiness or too much happiness. So that's why I wanted to do series, to draw from stuff I felt. Am I getting too serious, or am I supposed to be
No,
funny?
I reckon you're right on the track. But as I said, no one's stopping you from writing a book and having it ready. And then what happens is they proofread it, right, for legal reasons, whatever you write. And then once it's good to go, just put it out there. And as I said, if you want to do it as a hardback and maybe get a publishing deal as a real book, or you want to do it digital, you're telling your story. And I'm telling your fans would love just to read about your life. I think it's amazing why you've got all the memories. You know what I mean? And you've probably got photos that you can publish that no one's seen, all this stuff.
Well, no, I didn't have any.
I'm sure the fans will give it to you.
Yeah, yeah. You know what's really interesting, because I'm a Navy brat and the family ended up here. I moved around so many times, but I always wanted to be an actress. And there was, do you remember the movie A Star is Born with Chris Christopherson and Barbara Streisand? That one.
I do, and I just got to say, Elvis wanted that part, and the Colonel wouldn't give him that part. That's true.
The Colonel. You saw the movie, this kid that did Austin something that
yeah. That's right. The Buzz Luhrmann movie, Elvis.
I never knew the Colonel was that bad, meaning poor Elvis. And that kid in that story was so good, but because I had the passion for the Elvis era and the sadness for it, but I'd always acting, it hurts so much, you're stuck in Virginia. I was here for 4 years, the rest of them grew up. It hurts. Where do you go, New York or LA? It hurts. So a film company came out here from LA, met the location manager, director, then they gave me a tiny casting part when they came. Universal saw it. Well, I had 800, I think I was 20. Yeah. I had $800 in my pocket. I had an orange Camaro and I drove out across country. I had nowhere to live. That's called, if you're hungry for something, you got to go. And honestly, it didn't take that long. I wasn't a struggling actor. And I don't call it lucky. Somehow Universal saw a couple clips and put me under contract. It's not luck. It's that that beeline, right? If you see, I don't care if you want to be a dentist, just beeline towards it, struggle, eat the tuna fish or whatever, go. I look back and go, wow, that was pretty risky, but that's my motto to everybody.
So that's why that makes a fascinating book, because you went out there and just did it, didn't talk about it, just actually made it happen, and then luck came your way. Well, not luck, it could be fate, right? That's obviously how it goes. But what an amazing story. So as I said, consider doing a book because it's your story, and I'm sure the world wants to read it.
Boy, you got me. I better hurry up. I'm 67 and proud of it. October 1st, and I'm a Libra, guys and gals.
Now, I just want to say it's been fascinating. I've loved this interview, and I thank you so much for your time, Tara. And I just want to say, everyone go and meet Tara Wright at the Salem Paracon, November the 11th and the 12th at the Salem State University. Go to the website, www.salemparacon.org. And I just want to say it's been a pleasure. And seriously, your fans here in Australia love you. I want you to know that. You've touched the world.
You are you are adorable. You're my favorite. I've only done a few of these. You're great.
Thank you, Tara. Thanks everyone for watching.